Hello, I'm Melisa Uchida. It's so great to see you. I wanted to talk today about teacher training, yoga teacher training. And I have a lot of students that say, "Oh, I'm thinking about taking a yoga teacher training and I just don't know if I'm ready yet, or I don't know if I'm good enough at yoga to be able to take a teacher training and then turn around and teach yoga to other people." So speaking to that, yoga is really, it's the quieting, it's the effort that we put in toward quieting the busyness of our minds. And when we look at yoga that way and we say, oh, okay, so it's not about doing a handstand, it's not about doing a headstand, it's not about balancing on your arms, or it's about the effort that we put into quieting our minds so that we can feel peace no matter what's going on in the world around us, no matter what's going on at all. We are able to, we learn through effort to be able to kind of balance. I think of my son has one of these balance boards to work on his balance. So you stand and there's a dome underneath it, and you shift and teeter totter from side to side. And that's what yoga teacher training is like. It's like standing on this unbalanced platform, and you wobble a lot in the beginning, and you're strengthening certain muscles and you're lengthening other muscles, and you're strengthening parts of your mind, and you're gaining more flexibility in other parts of your mind. The rigidness of life starts to melt away, and we start to really come into who we are as a person. Who am I? Who am I? What am I supposed to be doing in this life? What are the beautiful, magical gifts that I have to offer the world? And when we look at yoga teacher training as a process of self-discovery, it it makes it so it's hopefully less intimidating. Yoga teacher training is transformative. I have seen hundreds of students transform their lives, literally transform their lives from going like okay, life is kind of all right, mediocre, whatever, to living extraordinary, happy, fulfilled, peaceful, joyful, vibrant, alive, healthy lives. And whether you want to teach or not, it doesn't matter. About half the students do want to teach yoga, and they know they want to teach yoga. And about half of them say, I'm on this because I want to develop my own, I want to strengthen my own personal practice. And I also want to discover more about myself. I want to make sure that I'm doing the postures correctly for my own body so that I don't get hurt. And we learn how to change the practice to meet our bodies wherever we are at any stage in our life. Our yoga practice is not going to stay the same throughout our whole life, obviously, because we're constantly changing. So we have to adapt the practice to be able to meet where we are. Yoga teacher training is about community. It's about being on this path for a while with like-minded people and exploring and learning who we are with others who are also exploring and learning who they are. It's about strengthening our physical bodies, gaining more flexibility in our physical bodies, learning how to breathe effectively so that we can have more peace and quiet in our lives, learning to be more patient. But all of this comes through the time that we spend together. Of course, there is a lot of practice. It's very physical for most here in the United States, at least, and in Maka's teacher training, it's a physical practice. So you are practicing several times a week with the group, and you're practicing several times a week on your own. The repetition of it is really what gives us the muscle memory to be able to have your body go into almost an automatic pilot while you practice so that your mind can then be quiet. There are also lots of people who take yoga teacher training because they want to learn how to meditate more. They want to learn how to be mindful more often. So it's taking the mindfulness practices that you learn in teacher training and applying it to all the areas of your life, so that you're present when you're with your children, you're present when you're doing the dishes, you're present when you're stuck in traffic, and that allows us to, of course, be more peaceful all of the time. If you're watching this video, then you're thinking about yoga teacher training, and I commend that. I think if everyone could do a yoga teacher training in some way, shape, or form, that would change the planet.
Mommy, and we love you.
Shoot me any messages if you have any questions about should I or should I not take yoga teacher training? Is this the right time or is this not? I don't feel like I'm good enough at yoga. It's not about the postures, and you learn how to adapt the posture to meet you where you are and to meet your students where they are. Okay, so here are a few questions that you can ask yourself. I'll ask you and you come up with the answers to see if yoga teacher training is something that you want to do and something you're ready to do. Do you love movement? Do you love being inspired and sharing that inspiration with other people? Do you love feeling good and strong in your body? Do you love having a flexible mind? Do you love being in a community with like-minded people who share the same passions and interests that you do? Do you want to wake up and feel inspired in the morning, excited about life and excited about your day? Are you willing to do some of the internal self-development work, some digging into some things and really learning and getting in touch with who you truly are? If you answered yes to any of those, then say yes. You know, this is a journey, and a teacher training is really like a starting point of a whole new journey. So when you look at where do I want my life to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years from now, what is it that you imagine? For me, I imagine a healthy, beautiful, strong body. I imagine a peaceful mind. I imagine continuing to share my passion and my inspiration with others. It's absolutely what I was born to do in this lifetime. And movement, mindfulness, meditation. So I wish you lots of luck on this journey, and message me if you have any questions. Maka Movement does teacher trainings 2 to 3 times a year for 200-hour. Oh, and your teacher trainings, how do they work? Well, there's a 200-hour teacher training. That's like the level 1. Everyone that is a yoga teacher has taken a 200-hour or should have taken a 200-hour teacher training program that is accredited by the Yoga Alliance. There are programs out there that are not accredited by the Yoga Alliance, and that might be fine. It's just that Yoga Alliance is our governing board. So any program that's accredited by Yoga Alliance, you'll know that you'll have a certain amount of hours in all of the areas that you need. So in anatomy and physiology, in yoga humanities or philosophy, in meditation, in asana, which is the posture, in teaching methodologies, how to effectively teach. So you definitely want to take a program that would be registered with the Yoga Alliance. Okay, just give me 1 second. At the end of the day, all yoga teachers, even your favorite yoga teachers, even the most famous yoga teachers, even the most amazing yoga teachers are all human. All human, all make mistakes, all learning this game of life. And for the most part, hopefully are really good people. And want to support you on your journey and your path towards self-discovery, whatever that looks like. So thank you so much for watching this, and I hope I see you in a training or a workshop coming up. Love and light. Take care.